Emperor, Scorpio. People might see you as a page, but underneath you are, in fact, the Emperor. Let people underestimate you, Scorpio. Let them. Hey there, Scorpio. Woo, how are you? I almost dropped. I almost dropped the hourglass again. I did it last week. My goodness, what is up, Scorpio? Nice to see you again. Welcome in and welcome back to the 100 Acre Woods, where I read cards out here. So let's read some cards for you, Scorpio. We're going to start off with the Stardust deck and do a 6-card spread. Taking a look at your current situation, the ideal, what's blocking you, the solution, the advice, and then the outcome right there. And then we're going to clarify with the LEPUS deck. I call it the bunny deck. And get some more information, some more messages. And remember, Scorpio, this is a general read, so take it resonates and leave the resonance for all Scorpio placements wherever you have Scorpio in your chart. I got the first card out, which is the current situation, Scorpio. Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. This feels like something brand new. This feels like something that you love to do, that you're excited about, but quiet. Like you could be quietly in love, you could be quietly creating. The Page of Cups is also my forgiveness card. You could be quietly forgiving, okay, and releasing all the resentment, all the things that you've kind of held on to for a while now, and just letting it go, and it feels good. The ideal is the Knight of Cups. This is about creation. The ideal is to create what it is that you want to create. Make sure it's something that you love to do. My grandmother used to say, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And that is so true. I read cards every day and I absolutely love it. The block is worries. What's in your thoughts, your minds. These are imagined worries, Scorpio. These are not real, just so you know. My grandmother used to always also say, because she was a Piscean sun, Cat Moon, she used to say, make a plan. Make a plan of what you would do in that imagined scenario, and then you can let it go. And then you'll know what to do if that imagined worry arises. And 9 times out of 10 it wouldn't, but it would eliminate that distress, that anxiety. Okay. But these are worries. That's what's blocking you. What's blocking your manifestations? Worries. What's blocking your movement forward? Worries. The solution. 6 of Pentacles. This is equal give and take, and this is also being generous, Scorpio. Be generous with your time. Pentacles, it's earth energy, so that could be the time you put into something, someone, into a community, into a family, into a home. Be generous. Time is money, and be generous with your time, Scorpio. People want you to be involved in their lives. You're magnetic. You are. The advice. The world. This is graduation. This is graduation, Scorpio. You have graduated and completed a cycle, and is that what you're worried about? What this is going to look like? Because you might not know what you're going to do moving forward after this cycle has ended. This could be finishing up school. This could be finishing up a contract, a job. This could be finishing up, maybe you have a contract in another country and you have to move back home, and you sold your home to do the thing, and now it's like, oh Lord, what am I going to do? For some of you, and this is what's causing the worry, don't worry, because this cycle that's coming to an end, it was going to come to an end whether you wanted to or not, and this is it feels like a graduation. For a lot of you, it is. The outcome, 7 of Pentacles, all the work that you've put into something that you're worried about because you haven't seen the results, the returns, the fruits of your labor. This is just a patience card. This is a patience card. And if you're closing out something, if you're wrapping something up, like a project as an example, look, that you've been contracted to do, let it Let it go. Let it flow. Let it just wrap up, Scorpio. Bottom of the deck. And that which you might not see, the Two of Wands. Yeah, you're taking, this is another planning card. Making plans for where you're going to move to next. If something is wrapping up, what path am I going to take? Am I going to continue on this path, get another contract in the same, let's say, field that I've always worked in? Or am I going to do something different in the creative field? I can imagine just being in the creative field, you're doing something different with every contract, with every client. Yeah. What is this, Scorpio? The page, let's clarify. The Page of Cups right there. Clarified by the Page of Swords. Are you doing something creative online, Scorpio? With the online page. And if you are a creative page, a creative knight, people are watching you, Scorpio. People are watching what you're creating, waiting for the next creation. Ooh, Emperor, Scorpio. People might see you as a page, but underneath you are, in fact, the Emperor. Let people underestimate you, Scorpio. Let them. This is powerful. This Emperor is looking right at me and people are watching. It's almost through. They're underestimating you. Seeing you as a page, as a newbie. Maybe you're new to an industry. You're new to a creative field. You're new to a niche. Let's say a niche here on YouTube, right? But you have that Emperor. You could have backers as well. You could have supporters that are Emperors. But I feel this is Aries energy and you're on the cusp. You are forging a new path that then everyone else will follow. Everyone might claim it's their thing and people are copying me. Meanwhile, they're the copycats. You know what I'm saying about that, Scorpio? It's very interesting. And with a Scorpio, they know. They know that those who follow, because they're the leaders, they don't look back. I always imagine Scorpio being that, I'm just going to say that guy that has an explosion and he's just walking away. He doesn't need to look back. He knows there's an explosion, that he blew up. He knows. And so does everyone else around him. Oh, I love that image. That's what I feel with this Emperor. Like, you see that glow in behind him? It's like that's the explosion. He knows. He's just sitting on that throne, not worried at all what's behind him. And people underestimate you online with the Page of Swords in the creative field. Maybe the creative. Hey, Scorpio, are you working with AI? Are you on the cusp? Are you? Hey. So let's see what the ideal is with the Knight of Cups, my creative knight. To move. You're on the move, Scorpio. You're changing paths. You're on the move. It could be on the move online. Moving into a different, I almost want to say element. Ooh, you could be moving. Element. What's that about? Let's see. And the 10 of Wands. There's a lot of responsibility. You could be actually moving. This is a 10 of Wands is a moving card, putting in a lot of work. But look at that single tear out of his, like, this is painful. Is this move forward paining you? Is being a leader, an entrepreneur in creative fields that people haven't yet caught on to, draining you? I feel an emotional drain with this 10 of Wands. The responsibilities are emotionally draining you. So it could be what's blocking you are these just saddened thoughts of what you have to do. Just change one word. I saw he was an organizer, creator, like one of those guys that organizes homes and this type of thing. And he said what changed about he said most of it is motivation, not the work, but the motivation to do the work. Okay, I can see that for sure. And he said what changed or helped him was changing one word. Instead of I have to, and with the 10 of Wands, it's I have to do these things. These are my responsibilities. You change that have to into I get to. It's such a simple thing. I've been doing it here Like, I get to read cards. Not I have to and I have to upload. I get to upload. I get to edit. I get to record today. I'm recording. And then I get to pick up the children. And then I get to cook for them. And then I get to edit. I get to do my daily routine, right? So being right underneath the Emperor, if you are an entrepreneur, if you have employees, you get to pay them. Not you have to pay them, you get to. Because you're giving them opportunities. You are the Emperor. I get to do something new. I get to forge new ventures online, new income streams. I get to move forward with the Six of Swords. I get to take on the responsibilities. Now, with this 10 of Wands, do not exhaust yourself, Scorpio. That's my only concern, is that you, along with, I find the fixed signs, fire in particular, if you have fire placements, they can work themselves to death. They really can. They really can. So, the block is your worries, your concerns, your anxieties about work, about what it is you're working on. I'm going to put that here. And the Seven of Swords. This is taking a different strategy. Making plans to take a different strategy. You see how it's looking right at the worries. Like, if I take a different strategy, what is it going to do for my work? If you are, let's say, a contractor, you are an independent. If I take a different strategy and I don't get the job, you're worried about getting the job, landing the contract. This is what's blocking you. I see it, Scorpio. So this is where I said with the six of the solution is the Six of Pentacles, of being generous. You could be generous with your expertise, generous with your skill sets. What's the Six of Pentacles? The High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. This is the most powerful. I would say you and, well, all water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but Cancer in particular. Sometimes Pisces can go way too far and get delusional. Of course, Scorpio can get very dark and deep, thinking it's their intuition, but really it is their ego. So be wise and quietly, I would say, give your time, quietly give your expertise, and be generous with it, because that gets the money flowing. That could also get you jobs where in a conversation, you don't know who you're talking to, Scorpio, and in a conversation, you could be talking to someone who would say, I need that Scorpio to do this job, just by talking with you, just by listening to what you have done and what you're wrapping up with the World card here. And it could land you the next job. I do have the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is also clarified by the Chariot. Yeah, moving forward, listening to your intuition as to how to move, what moves to make. It could be being more strategic with this Seven of Swords. This is Moon in Aquarius. You could have an air moon. And how to wrap up one cycle and take a different path, that which you might not see, and you might not have the plans just yet, Scorpio, of moving on into something different. And it could be something creative. The High Priestess is also a quiet observer. And right beside that Emperor, it's like you are making quiet, strong moves. Now with the Chariot, yes indeed, Scorpio. So the advice is the World, clarified by, communication. Could be communication online, collaboration online. I'm going to put the communication card, the Eight of Wands, right underneath that Chariot, because that's what's going to move you forward. How you communicate, what you communicate, and with that flame, it brings me back to the spark of Aries, that Emperor. That how you communicate, what it is you're communicating, and it could be, again, World Wide Web with the World card here. Something that sparks trends, that sparks. It's like you're an industry innovator. whatever industry that is. It could be the creative industry. And the Ten of Cups. And this is quietly, right underneath that High Priestess, what you love to do. You could love podcasts as an example. I know there's a ton of podcasters and it's the thing now, but back in the day, it used to be radio, right? The outcome is what you're waiting for, Scorpio, what you've been working on with this 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and you're worried about it. So the 7 of Pentacles, the outcome is clarified by the truth, Ace of Swords, truth and clarity. Moving forward, I think about what it is that what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and the 5 of Pentacles right in between. So now we have the 5, the 6, the 7, and the 8 of Pentacles. This sort of takes me in a different direction, being that you might not be speaking how much love you have, let's say, for the world, for your audience, for a podcast. Let's just say, use podcasts as an example, or anything you do online. You might not be saying how much you love your subscribers, how much you appreciate and love your listeners if you are a podcaster. And what it's doing is making you feel left out in the cold, that you're not getting responses, or you're not getting the feedback, or you're not seeing the results of all the hard work, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, that you've been putting into something, and it makes you feel this sense of lack. I think the truth is, Scorpio, is that your worry is making you feel lack. This 9 of Swords is making you feel that 5 of Pentacles, that it hasn't come. I put so much work into it and I haven't seen the results, making you feel like it's not enough, like it's lack, left out in the cold, when actually you're sitting up here with the High Priestess and the Emperor. It feels like the High Priestess is in behind that Emperor. And I can see it visually, but also feel that you're really listening to your intuition when it comes to how you're going to move forward. And what you might need to do is really take a look at how you might be lying to yourself, being too critical, too hard, worrying too much about what it is that you're working on, Scorpio, when in fact you're speaking the truth. And the reason why you might not be having the results or having the success that it seems like other people are having is because they're not speaking the truth. They're speaking to the algorithms, as they say here on YouTube, like, you know, speak to the algorithms, or how do you beat the algorithm? You're not speaking to the algorithms. They're speaking some truth here, Scorpio. And that's what you're putting your time, effort, and money into. And it will yield results. I feel, because the world, both online and in the organic 3D world, is changing. We're closing out a cycle. And communication will also change with that. So the 2 of Wands, that which you might not see, and clarified by the Page of Wands. Yeah, you're curious. Along with that Page, we've got a lot of fresh new energy with the Page of Wands. Curious about a new path moving forward. The Page of Swords, that's my internet page. The Page of Cups, something that you love to do, that you're passionate about. And these are all messengers online, messengers of love, messengers of adventure. We're all going on a new adventure, Scorpio. But I feel that people are underestimating you, that they don't see that behind the pages, behind the fresh new energy that you are putting out there, is that Emperor, High Priestess, and Chariot. All right. Let's get an oracle on this, Scorpio. We'll wrap it up. Let's get an oracle right there. Honesty. That's that Ace of Swords, Scorpio. Yes, honesty. The energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. That's exactly what that Ace of Swords is. That might be how you communicate with that Knight of Cups and the 8 of Wands. How you communicate. Yes, indeed. Especially with that Cancer card right above it. Yep. and the bottom of the deck. And that what you might not see, multi-dimensionality. The frequency of multidimensionality activates our awareness of our true essence, which is eternal and multi-dimensional. I can really see that, feel it with the High Priestess and the Emperor. You have been a leader if you aren't already right now, Scorpio. You have been a leader in many lifetimes, and it's time now for you to step into that role in this lifetime. So let's get some angel numbers on this. I see 297. Let's do 297. Focus on your intentions and trust the power of heaven. You are being supported, by a troop of angels. Not just one, a troop of angels. Wow. 976. Let's do 976. You are being encouraged to remember the universe is with and within you. When you remember how connected you are, a cloak of spiritual protection will hold you in a space of love. I felt that off that page of cups. You know it, Scorpio, that you're protected while you communicate and speak lovingly to the world. The world needs more love. It needs more, but with Scorpio, it's the depths of Scorpio love. It's the depths of what universal, what infinite love, what unconditional love really means. And I think that's why sometimes Scorpio doesn't feel seen, doesn't feel that they get back what they put out. It doesn't matter. When you know and realize not just your multi-dimensionality, but be honest with yourself, Scorpio, about the power of God's love, humans cannot even compete. We don't even understand true universal, the depths of universal love. This I know. Last one. Let's do 679. 679. Your higher self, that's that High Priestess, and internal wisdom are in alignment with the opportunities that are being presented to you at this time. Angel guidance is encouraging you to take a leap of faith, knowing that you are supported literally by a troop of angels. And that's what I see for you, Scorpio. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your Forest Fairy. Bye for now.